Today's inaugural ceremony, the first in 40 years to move inside. And the reason? Dangerously cold temperatures. But is that the full story?
With more on these security concerns, we're joined by Susan Crabtree, national political correspondent at Real Clear Politics. Susan, thanks for being here. So frigid temperatures were given as the reason for the move. The Secret Service has publicly stuck to that idea, but this was nowhere near the coldest inauguration. What have you learned in your reporting about possible security threats or concerns that may have led to the move inside?
Well, it's wonderful that we're looking at that the inauguration activities seem to be winding down and have gone off without a hitch. You know, Trump and his family and top incoming officials are now at the balls. And so I know the Secret Service will be breathing a sigh of relief tomorrow when this night is over. But there were deep concerns heading into this inauguration. As of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I started hearing from my sources about heightened security threats. They had admitted that there was a heightened security threat, but they were very terse in their public statements about that, saying that it was all the weather and they were going to move it inside as of Thursday. But most of the Secret Service agents that I speak to, and I speak to a lot of them, they come to me, whistleblowers, and they said, when I asked them, reach out, they said, stiff upper lip, it was the weather. But the more senior agents that are briefed on the threats were admitted to me that they thought that the plan had some serious holes in it, and they were very concerned about new issues with drones, especially Chinese-made drones. It's a company called DJI, and it makes most of the drones. And they had just recently, stopped their no-fly zone restrictions. They lifted those right before the inauguration. And as you know, in LA, you had a drone hit a plane that was fighting fires, taking that plane down for several days. And so they were very concerned that there could be a threat from these drones.
Explosive. Yeah, this is explosive information, Susan, for sure. All this just over 6 months since the first assassination attempt against Donald Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania. Now, from what we understand, there has been no discipline within the service. In fact, is it true that some of the involved agents may have new assignments, promotions?
Well, yes, the Secret Service agents that speak to me on a regular basis, they express deep concern that the site agent named Mio Perez, she was a young and experienced agent, 1 year of protective duty before she was assigned a major role developing the security plan for the Butler rally. She was the one that did ensure that there was somebody on top of that AGR building covering it, the one that shooter Thomas Crooks opened fire on. And she has been reassigned to the Miami field office. Now, people may think that that's a good idea to put her in a desk job. From what I understand, that's what it is. But some of her peers say, well, you know what? She should just be fired because we are made to continue our protective duties in phase 2 of our careers for several years. And you cannot you can't just leave and not renege on doing those protective duties and get promoted in the Secret Service. But she has not been fired. It's been 6 months. Also, another agent named Nick Menster was her supervisor, and he also didn't make sure that she was putting someone on top of that AGR building. I am told that he was providing security for the Trump family tonight. He was part of the Donald Trump detail. So that was concerning to so many agents, and I'm sure he looks like he's going to be the number 2 on the Eric and Laura Trump detail, and that is giving a lot of agents pause.
Susan, as we head into the new Trump term, what expectations do you have for potential changes to the Secret Service apparatus?
Well, this is one of the most personal decisions that Trump has to make for his cabinet or in his directors. It's an appointed position, does not have to go through confirmation. We know last week I reported that Sean Curran, the head of the Donald Trump detail during the Butler rally, will become the director. That's Donald Trump's choice. Now, there are some people that have qualms about that as well. He was one of the first people to leap to Donald Trump to cover him, among other agents. He was part of that inner ring that you see in that iconic photo. But he also is the head of the detail that that had so many failures during that Butler rally. And also the same detail had failures during the second assassination attempt at the Florida golf course. So some members, some Secret Service agents are questioning the decision, and while some support it, I thoroughly think if he does not bring changes to the Secret Service, if he's not the strong enough personality, lacks the managerial experience to really make these bold decisions to overhaul the agents, that Trump will remove him very quickly. There are so many people. This agency has been under such a microscope with congressional inquiries, and I expect there'll be more heading into the new year.
Right.
And they're going to be demanding change.
For sure. And we hope that you'll come back and join us again. And before we go, we do want to mention your book. It's called Fool's Gold, now available for pre-order. And, Susan, we do appreciate your time and your insight and really some incredible detail. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me.
All right, Susan, thank you.